Okay, I don't know what you've done, but someone is thinking about you from morning to night to the point that it drives them a little bit crazy because here's the deal. Whoever this is, it's not just about thinking of you, you know? This person can actually feel you, can feel your emotions, can feel when you're sad, when you're happy, but also it's a kind of a weird thing because they feel your presence. They almost, when they're in bed at night, it's like you're there, They wake up from a bad dream and they turn around and they're like, where are you? Because they miss your body. They miss your physical presence. And I don't know what you've done. Like, you've done something to them in a way that they cannot explain, and it makes them question their reality because they can't escape it. They can't run from it. You have such an effect on them that it influences their entire being. It influences the way they feel, the way they speak, the way they show up, the way they see the world. Like, you have something happened when you met that changed them forever, but in a good way. And it makes them think like, what the heck is going on? Like, what the heck? The star is at the bottom of, oh my God. And the Six of Cups too. Like, what the heck is actually going on? Whoever they are, they actually were someone who did not really want to settle down quickly, like someone who was going through life pretty much alone. They were not really looking for love. They were not really intending to meet someone, and then you came and you changed everything, but you came in like a hurricane, like a storm, like an earthquake, and you are you're the star, okay? You're the star in the sense that when you came into their life, you were taking it over. You're shining so bright to them that it's like, in a way, it blinds them because it's so much. And with shining, I mean your entire being, your entire presence, your aura. It's not just about the way you look, okay? I mean, you are very attractive to them. They feel physically very attracted to you, also in a very sensual way, yes, but it's more. It's so much more than that. Like, you have a light within you that they've never seen before. You shine in a way that they have never witnessed before, and it almost takes them to another realm. This connection is definitely not your everyday connection, okay? Because with that star, Spirit is showing me there is distance between you currently. So either you're physically separated, maybe they're in another country or in another city. There's physical distance between you, or it could also be that you're not really texting or talking to each other. You could be in a no contact situation, but this energy of the star, it's like they feel your light, they feel your energy, regardless of the distance between you, regardless of what seems to be standing in the way, because it's so strong. And this is that, honestly, it drives them crazy, not in the sense of they're losing control over their life, but it's this feeling, when you're thinking, what have you done to me? Have you put a spell on me? They're definitely bottling up their emotions that they have towards you. Justice is coming up, yeah. Wow. And the Eight of Cups. What I'm seeing here is, it makes actually so much sense what is going on between you. You both are in a phase in your life where you're walking away from heartbreak. You're walking away, and this is, I feel, the reason that they've been so overwhelmed with what is happening between you, is this energy of, I am actually done. You know what I mean? When you're like, I am so done with love, even though they want nothing more. With the Six of Cups here, it's like a couple, they're looking into each other's eyes, they're in this embrace, you know, there are palm trees and drinks in front of them, you know, they're just lost in this beautiful moment where there's just, and I hear that song, Just the Two of Us, it always reminds me of this, is this energy of really romance, true love, you know, that long lasting type of love where it is like you meet each other and it feels like every step has led you into that person's arms, you know, that type of love where you meet them and it feels like you're in a movie because everything is unfolding in this beautiful, magical way. Even though it's so different from what you would have expected, it still is amazing because there are all these unexpected things happening between you and you get pulled into this beautiful energy. And this is what they actually want, okay? This is someone who hides their emotions or who is very cautious. So the way I'm seeing them is they are not cold at all. They're not this emotionless, cold person, but they have been scarred by their experiences in love to the degree that they were thinking like, okay, you know what? I'm done. I am really done. I'm walking away from this and I'm just gonna abandon this idea of a relationship that lasts. But deep down, they were still hoping that it's gonna happen, and then you came around. Wow. Oh my God. Let me look into that a little deeper. Yeah, this is someone who has a lot of energy. They kind of have these two sides, you know? It's oh my God. I just got this download where they actually are very outgoing normally. When you get to know them deeper, they are so bubbly, you know? This is someone who's creative, who has a lot of passion, who sees the good in the world, you know? A visionary, someone who's definitely focused on fun, but also has the long-term vision in their mind, you know? Someone who you can have fun with them, but you can also really have these experiences and build a life and really do it all. But when it comes to you, they don't even know how to act. Oh my God. It's almost like whenever they try to approach you, this person feels like they have lost the capacity to act, they become socially awkward around you. They, you know when you start to stutter or you get these hot flashes and you're like, oh my God, what's happening to my head? I don't even know. It's like suddenly you don't know how to talk, you know, that energy. And it's only with you. It's only with you and it has not happened before. And this is kind of where they get a little caught up because what makes you so different? What makes you so different? You're not just a little bit different to them. You are really this one person they always wanted to meet, but they never thought it was possible. You know what I mean? It's like you are like a color they have never seen before or a taste they have never tasted before. You fascinate them, you hypnotize this person, you magnetize this person, but it's not like you're trying hard. You know how some people are trying hard to be liked, you know, when you're dating and you're trying so hard to get that person's attention. You're not at all like that. You have had a shift within you. And I think you might have not even realized what that has caused. for the people around you, especially this person, it's like you had a shift where you were like, you know what, wait a minute. Why should I change to try to impress someone else? You know, it's why should I change to fit into a box I was never meant to fit into in the first place? And you are just someone who, you're raw, you're authentic. You have embraced that you're different, and that made you magnetic. Because the second you stop chasing this like validation from other people, you become this person other people automatically want to be around, you know, and especially them. But they are not letting it show at all. I feel like they have these walls built up, and that makes you think, are they even interested? That makes you question. Let's go a little bit deeper into this. There definitely is a sensual side to this. There is a side where they crave your body, they crave your touch, they crave your energy. But they are not only interested, the Fool is coming out, wow, and the Fool is new beginnings. They're definitely not only interested in having you for a night, if I might say it like this, they want a new beginning with you. And the way that it is showing to me, it's like they walked away from something that hurt them pretty badly. They were unable to trust that this might still be possible for them, but deep down, all they want actually is a new beginning with you. When I'm looking at her here, it's like she is, well, this is you. Well, take it how it resonates. Doesn't matter if you're male or female, but she is carefree, this youthful energy, you know, childlike curiosity. Someone who sees potential. And this fits so well with their energy of a visionary, someone who's optimistic. That is the kind of Sagittarius energy I feel a little bit. You know, that energy of exploration, openness, optimism, fire. And this, your energy is someone who is very free-spirited, who you're doing your thing, you know, that energy, like dance like no one's watching kind of energy. And they saw you in this raw authenticity, and it was like in a second they fell for you so hard that it's irreversibly. You are a force. You're a force of nature that came into their life, and ever since it's never been the same again. But there is something that happened between you. Hold on, I've been taking a couple of notes. Yeah, they are kind of at war with themselves. Not because they don't like you or this is not mutual. It's more so, is that too good to be true, is what I was hearing. They didn't want to believe it at first, you know. They did not want to believe it, so they tried to run from how deep these feelings were. But it was not because they didn't want you, but because they didn't want to get hurt, you know, because so much is at stake. But then the feelings didn't go away. They only got deeper over time. And it was like part of them is thinking, what if I get hurt again like I did in the past? Is it too good to be true? Do you really want them? Like, really? Are they good enough for you? Because even though they are such a, in your eyes, you're like, you're so amazing, but they don't have that same confidence. They don't see themselves the way you see them. And they see you in this amazing light of like, you're this force of nature. You're almost addictive in a good way, in a healthy way. You take them on a journey. You take them along with you, with your energy, just through your presence. And they want to be a better person. Not only do they want to change, when you get that motivation and you want to change, you want to be a better person, but they want to change to make that happen. You know what I mean? The motivation is to be with you, not just for a day, but be with you. And ideally, this is their dream. It's like it gets to be that good, but it also stays that good, because this energy of the King of Wands is someone who would not get into a situationship. Wow. That card just literally flipped as I was shuffling. The Wheel of Fortune. Oh my God, this is really crazy because, oh God, Spirit is saying justice. Yeah, justice, Wheel of Fortune. Spirit is saying, wow, you are each other's karmic reward for everything that you went through, which was a lot for both of you. So this is the thing, you haven't had the opportunity to get to know each other on a deeper level, so that you don't really know exactly what the other person has been through, but you can sense that there are walls built up. You can sense it energetically. If someone's building up a wall, you can feel it. But you also feel how much they're thinking about you, because you both, you're thinking about each other, and you both have these signs and synchronicities and these intuitive hunches, and you kind of are picking up on each other's energy, because there is such a strong telepathic connection between you. But then there are these walls, and this is giving mixed signals. You don't know what to do with their behavior, because sometimes it just does not make sense. You're trying to make sense of their behavior, but their behavior has a sense in that regard that they are trying to protect themselves. They're trying to protect themselves, and they're hoping with all they have, you know what I mean, that this is not going to end up like all the other relationships, because deep down they still have this part, that believes that it's possible, because beyond this cool person, and sometimes they do have a poker face, this calculated person, Spirit is saying there is an ocean of emotion. There is a depth underneath this. There is almost so much that they are afraid that if they tell you how much they do feel for you, you know what I'm saying? When you get to know someone and you already know that you are not just crushing on them, but it's deeper than that, and you don't know how to say that, because if you're the one who says it first, you carry the risk, you carry the risk of rejection. And this risk to them is something that truly scares them they feel blindsided. Blind with those blindfolds. It's they have to trust. They have to trust their inner, your inner voice that tells you there's something more to this connection. This is what they're learning. And the way this came through, I know this reading is all over the place, but the way this came through was through a song. And this is kind of how they're feeling, okay? I'm going to read you the lyrics to give you a better impression. Don't want to get ahead of myself, feeling things I've never felt. It's kind of hard for me to explain. Her personality and everything brings me to my knees. Oh, she shines me up like gold on my arm. I want to take it slow, but it's so hard. I love to see her face in daylight. It's more than just our bodies at night. But she's really tempting me. Oh, do you think I'm being foolish if I don't rush in? And this is what I've seen. I'm getting goosebumps. It's this being torn between two things. Being torn between letting it all out, that ocean of emotion. And these emotions are there. Emotions, when they're there and you're suppressing them, they don't go away. It's not like, okay, the more I'm bottling up these emotions, the more I'm hiding them, the more they will just fade. No, it's almost as though they're getting even stronger. The more they try to hide from you, the more clumsy they get, and they do all these things. They do everything but confess to you, if you know what I'm saying. Like that behavior where it's like you kind of both know what's going on, no one's saying it. This energy. And it's this, they look at you and they fall for you like every time, even though they thought like this is not possible, but every time they look at you, there's something, another layer that they see, and they're like, whoa, oh my God. And then they get these, Spirit was showing me there's something about the nighttime, okay? It's like not only do they wake up in the morning, they have these signs of synchronicities, angel numbers, They see your name, or they see someone who looks just like you, or they hear songs. This is also happening often. It's like they hear a song, they might think of you, but it's not just thinking of you. It's really this feeling of, oh my God, and it hits them to their core. It hits them where they're just being reminded everywhere they go that there is more to this. The universe is kind of shaking them, like, listen, there's something more. And then the hardest part for them is how much they miss you physically. Because they miss your body. They miss holding you, And it's crazy because how can they miss holding you and hugging you and falling asleep next to you if they never have? But they do, you know what I mean? Like they wonder what it would be like to really live that life like that, because there is a side of them. Don't be fooled by that poker face. There is a side of them that is truly romantic, that would love to have that relationship, whatever that looks like for you both, but where it lasts, okay? Where it is like in a movie, where it gets to be good. Mutual understanding, that for you I would type of love, that sensitive type of love, where both of you are able to let your guard down, to be who you truly are. No more putting on a show. No more mind games. And this is then also the relationship that gets to be the last one, where it's not like, getting into a relationship with the thought on your mind that, okay, this might fall apart one day, but more so getting into it with this really like attitude of let's make it last. Let's make it last is what I'm hearing. They might have, take out resonates, but they might have had a dream with that moon here, like a dream or a vision at night where they dreamt. In their dream, they saw your future, or they had this vision just looking into your eyes, and they had this vision of a future with you, Because like the thing is, when you're having telepathy with them, okay? Because I do see a strong bond. Like it's almost like a thread that goes from your heart to their heart and back. Like you have this connection. Like every time you do that, every time you're just visualizing or you're talking to them in your mind, you're strengthening that bond, okay? It's like, even if there is no contact or they have not really moved forward, they haven't really confessed their feelings, you can still kind of get into their mind. And I don't mean in a way where it's not evil, you're not manipulating them, okay? It's more so you're getting into their higher self, the version of them that when you look at that person, you know it exists. You can sense it, you can feel it, and you're tuning into that energetic frequency, because every single one of us is telepathic. And you can really do that. You can, I know it sounds wild, but you can find out what is going on underneath the surface. in that ocean of emotions, Spirit is releasing. And well, I have such an amazing method that is part of my telepathy guide. I'd really like you to try that out, okay? You look into that person's eyes, okay? And there are a couple more things that you're doing. So it really goes way beyond just looking into their eyes, but you get that eye contact with them, okay? You can also use a photo for that. It's basically called the photo method. And you really connect to their soul, to their higher self, that best version of them. And with that method, you can also tap into their hidden feelings. What are they feeling, but they're not saying it? Because these feelings, these emotions still circulate. It's energy, it's still accessible to you. So you can really find out what is going on behind that poker face, okay? So if you're curious, the guide is linked down below. It's currently on sale, so grab it while it lasts. Because honestly, with the Wheel of Fortune, with all that is going on between you and with the energy I was picking up on, this is something that did not just start when you met, if you know what I'm saying, okay? Like, it's a connection that has started before you crossed paths. And the crazy thing is, you might agree if that reading is for you. The heartbreak, the betrayal, the hurt, the disappointment of the past in your relationships, in your situationships, whatever it was all leading you to this moment. Was all, in a way, in that moment when you are in the midst of it, it is devastating. Then you meet that person and you're like, it makes sense. Was it a pleasant experience? No, of course not. But if it weren't for all of that, you would not have met them. So both of you feel, this is what I'm channeling here, both of you feel that there's more to your connection, and Spirit is urging you to follow this feeling. This connection can only be felt, not understood, but felt. And love, love is no logical thing, it's not something like a math equation. It cannot be rationalized, it can only be felt. And with that feeling, this is also what I'm teaching in the guides, like through that felt experience, you're connecting to them. Wow. It's really crazy how the cards always mirror. No one feels like you. These are like channeled messages, by the way. This is what I mean, earlier when I was saying, like, it's not just about your look, okay? You're hot, okay? You're very attractive to that person, but this is not the reason they are so hooked on you. It's the way they feel when they're with you. The way you make that person feel is unlike anyone else. No one has ever made them feel these feelings, and no one has ever caused those strong emotions within them. And that can be scary, because it's almost like someone pulled the rug from underneath them, not to make them crumble into something negative, but more so pulled away the foundation they had built to then make them see what love is really about, if you know what I mean. Wow, this is getting deep. Spirit, give me one more card. This reading is already very long. Let me just get another message from them really quick. Okay, what are they? If they were to say one thing to you right now, one thing, if they could just say one thing, what would it be? Wow, okay. I took the first card because there were multiple cards, but I just took the first one. And by the way, I want to encourage you to look at the time where you are at when you're just watching that video. It doesn't matter day or night. And look it up. It is an angel number. Also, like a little message, put it in the comments down below if you claim this reading. So this is it, Yeah. I wonder if you feel the same. This is really what I was talking about, like that energy of someone who before they confess, they want to have the certainty that you feel the same and also that you're not going to hurt them. But you can't know it for sure. In love, that's why falling in love is also taking a risk with that Fool card. But the Fool, this is a misunderstanding about the Fool, The Fool is not foolish, okay? It's not like you're standing on a cliff and you're jumping down without thinking about it. This is a lesson in tarot here. The deeper meaning of the Fool is leaving the baggage behind. So the Fool basically carries not a lot of baggage, which is the past, okay? So you're not carrying all the assumptions, all the hurt, all the trauma, the betrayal of your past relationships into this one. So that then, after, you cleared out the past, it's not like it's never existed, but you're not identified with the pain anymore. Don't let the past pain or the hurt of your past relationships influence what you think is possible in the future. This is what Spirit is saying, so that you can experience the Six of Cups, so that you can experience stability, fulfillment, a mutual connection where both communicate with each other and also share their deepest emotions, like really hold nothing back so that intimacy can be built, because intimacy is built on being willing to show yourself vulnerable. So that is that. If you're interested in getting deeper into your individual situation, I offer one-on-one manifestation sessions. Link is below, as well as my telepathy guide. I am really beyond excited because, these weeks are love weeks. We're going to talk all about manifesting your SP. So subscribe if you don't want to miss out. I'm going to share a ton of tips on what I've learned over the years. And there's also going to be a challenge. So don't miss out on that. And I want to see you around in the next one.